gangster. Effing me.
Yeah, that's right. He's open, yeah, that's right. That's open, yeah, that's right.
Where you from?
North Oakland, yeah, that's right.
I'm from Norfolk and Goldenville to be exact. 40th and Marco, Spice and welcome to the ghetto act. Hoping it's 4, 5, 6 and more. Alcatraz is 7, yeah, just to let them know. Flying fresh, po' boys stand out, we kinda odd. Big folks spits, niggas got that grill straight from Bob. Buffalinos, Jabos came from MB. On the back of the 40 AC, we 10D. Bush ride.
It's me, Dead Blue, you feel me? Out here with Flystone Media. I got one of the legendary Oakland pioneers of rap out here. As you know, if you don't, Mr. FAB, Mr. Fab.
In the belly and I'm feeling like can't kill, I be like kicked up.
We out here at this new store, Dope Era. Can you give us some brief insight on like Dope Era and a little bit background?
Well, Dope Era, first of all, thank you guys for having me. Dope Era is a time during like the 80s and the early 90s where people were like, it was a lot of drugs going on. Your family was either selling drugs or using drugs. It was an offspring of what Reaganomics was actually. Ronald Reagan, the president at the time, he had this thing called Reaganomics, and it was the war on drugs. So the fight against war, which spawned and birthed the Dope Era, because that's what it became coined as for people who were either, like I said, you were either a hustler or an addict, and being either of those two, it was certain things that people went through during those times. What we did with the clothing line was we refurbished that same desolate feeling with what the Dope Era represented for me personally, because my parents were on drugs. And I used that and I flipped the narrative from a negative narrative to a positive narrative. And we created an acronym for it, which stands for Developing Opportunity for People to Evolve. And everyone rises above. So that's what Dope Era represents. And we just created opportunities with this fashion, with music, with film, and any other endeavors that we wish to indulge in that represents the Dope Era brand.
Okay, great. So my question, and our fans, how did hip hop like influence you to, be able to be Mr. Fab and be able to be this entrepreneur to, like, now that we know the background history, how did the music infuse all that to make you who you are today?
Well, hip hop saved my life. Hip hop created an outlet for me. It created an opportunity for me to really express what I was going through as a child. Growing up to a single mother, my father had died when I was very young. A single mother raising me and doing the best that she could do with little resources, little opportunity that she had, and financially trying to create some type of foundation for her son without her son going and have to run to the streets to get it from some other sources. So hip hop created that outlet for me, and it's funny because my mom's name is Des. So when you were saying that, I was like, okay, let's go. But she did a hell of a job with what she could and how she could. But I took hip hop as an outlet. I took hip hop as a ventilation resource for me for something that I was going through where I couldn't explain or wasn't man enough or articulate at that time enough to express what I was going through publicly to everyone. And I began writing out my pains and sharing my world with hip hop. And I was more comfortable talking to a microphone than I was talking to anyone else. So hip hop saved my life, and it created so many different other platforms for me to even currently be here right now in my new store doing this.
Right. And by that, I know you got the fashion and of course the music, anything else.
Community, continue to be in community, involved in community, and keep a strong hold within the community. Even being here at this new store, we're so local. We're around a lot of local schools and things like that. We're around Envision School, around the OSA, which is Oakland School of Arts. We're around youth radio, so I want to reach out to some of them and do some apprenticeships and some internships for the young entrepreneurs out there, giving them kind of like a hands-on, close-up look to do some things like this. My thing is, I never wanted to work for anyone. I never wanted to have a job. I've never had a job in my life. But I've never sold drugs in my life. I've never sold crack, in my life.
That's one thing we did say, like, listen to your lyrics. Like, it was never, I was like, I don't even think I ain't never seen you like what? Like, you.
I've smoked before.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, your music and the things you say are not to damage who we are. You know,
Right,
it's not
right.
trying to say that I'm like dissing nobody, but you know, at the same time, like your lyrics really creating a safe environment. And like you said, a safe haven for those who like, you know, I got it because so do this, I can do this, and be that example. And because I study lyrics, I love hip hop, so we just had that conversation. I'm glad
For sure, like
because a lot of people don't know. You know,
I was I was talking to someone earlier, and I was talking to them about how we have to protect the image of our people. And earlier, a younger me didn't realize the importance of that. Like, so I would do certain things, like I would film knocks, like geeking and tweaking on, or I would film some crazy stuff going on, and you know, and we're doing it for likes and loves, but we have to be mindful that that's somebody's son, that's somebody's father, that's somebody's uncle, and our depiction of them is a reflection of us, because that's our people. So if we're highlighting them on our Instagram page or on our Snapchat for likes, and we're actually co-signing the humiliation of our people. And I have to be mindful of that. I gotta protect our image as a people. So it's certain things that I just won't allow to be done. I won't allow to be seen in the light of doing. And like, yo, that's not cool, bro. Like, we gotta stop giving cool points to things that's really not cool. And myself included. Like, I don't want to be the person to be like, oh, you're a hypocrite, and you just was filming. I've stopped. I've learned how to cease things. You know, you can't automatically expect everyone else to stop as the speed that you stop. My brakes may not work like your brakes, or your brakes may not work like my brakes. But slowing up and realizing that there is a need to slow up and being conscious of that. So when you do counter that, then you can kind of be approachable with a different look. So we have to protect each other. We got to protect each other's image. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do something like this, like to do an interview, to give to, you can't go ask for support and then you're not supporting someone else living in their dreams. You're not giving them the opportunity to take their biggest to the next level, even if it may be, you know, with utilizing the position journey. For heavy is the head of he who wears the crown, and you must understand that if you're in a position, there's going to be so many different demands and pulling you from all different ways, and you have to be, you know, you have to balance that. A lot of people in position, that drives them crazy because they yearn for that position, but they don't adhere to the responsibility that comes with that position. So being the man or being a person that's in demand, you gotta understand that stuff. You know, I mean, sometimes it may not be no time for yourself. Sometimes it may not be those moments where you could sit and chill and lounge and things like that. But that's the position you chose to take. So you gotta adhere to that to the best of your ability before it drives you crazy.
Man, Mr. Fat over here dropping real knowledge. And y'all can follow his Instagram. We came up under y'all, so we understand the culture and better understanding the culture and know how to represent our culture and also defend our culture as well. You feel me? So, you know, I'm not saying like you like start the whole hype movement and the whole, but you are a representative of what, you know, what Oakland has to offer. And, you know, I just want to come out and say, you know, me and our fans, it's like, thank you for, you know, just being who you are. Because a lot of people these days don't want to be themselves, and we have to learn to appreciate, like you said, our struggles, and appreciate everything that comes with the business, with the independence. Because you have to have a strong background, and everybody don't know your background. Like, I just know from the culture of music, and I'm just like, man, this is who we are. Like, you know, we are entrepreneurs. And a lot of people don't get back to our communities. So I just want to like show other people from where I'm from, like it is people that are doing good and giving back.
Right.
And it is a dope ass era that's going on. You know, so and I was just, you know, just something from the heart. You know, like I really appreciate that. You know, we have artists in multiple what are some things that you can tell other entrepreneurs that's in the game doing something right now, or future entrepreneurs? Any insight or like little tweets you can put in our ear to keep us focused on getting our dreams?
Well, first of all, thank you for that. It means a lot. What I always wanted to do, I just wanted to be a reflection of not only my community, but of my upbringing. I feel like the person who we are, how we treat others is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. If I give love and I spread love and I show nothing but love, and that goes to show you that I have the same unadulterated feelings towards myself as well. I love me unconditionally. So I want you for you what I want for myself. So that's what I spread. I chose to do that. And I was taught that early at an early age. As an adolescent, respecting those things in life became one of the biggest necessities to me. My words and my advice to any other entrepreneurs out there, anyone out there who's traveling on the road of independency and looking for somewhere to go, a safe haven to me is living in your own creations. To be able to bridge, to be able to realize what bridging from your creations and your imagination into reality, and finding a bridge that can connect your imagination to reality. So people worry about the budget. Your creativity is the budget. You create that in your mind, what you're able to think about, what you're able to do. And with that, for making the inevitable possible by realizing that you have to keep going through it, not being afraid to work with bare minimums, maximizing your minimums. Sometimes we're only left with the bare necessities of what we have, and we have to make the best of that. Growing up poor, I remember growing up and we'd go on the refrigerator and it may have been nothing in there, and you'd be as a child like, man, there ain't nothing to eat in here. And mama go in there and you'd be like, man, how did you make that from that?
Right, miracles.
So, this miracle happened. You're like, man, how did you make what? That way. And she turned the bologna and the stir tip, tri-tip. You're like, man, it's tri-tip bologna right here, man. The sauce and egg, she was able to make the eggs, the egg bouillon. We put that over the rice, the Uncle Ben's rice. Made it through. We cut some sausages up and soy sauce. You got Chinese food, baby. It was 3 things in there. You didn't know how you was finna eat, baby. But you're like, we eat. You get a neighbor come over here, boy. We got some Chinese food.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just being able to learn how to work with your bare necessities, man, the bare minimums, man, and being creative with them. Like I say, don't worry about how it's going to be funded. Don't worry about not having enough money for it, because your creativity is the budget, because you will create that. People will come to you. Whatever it is that you're doing. We created an idea with clothing lines and just playing around and catting off. And now you get a chance to see superstars, athletes, and everyday regular people actually coming into the store. Like someone just humbled the hell out of me about 20 minutes ago. He came in and brought a resume, and I was like, wow. Man, I'm like, yeah, you do have a store, and it was just dope. Like I was like, wow, that's crazy. Like somebody want to work for me that I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was dope to me. But it's the blessings of life, man, and it's a voyage and it's a journey. And if we can continue to keep moving forward with those journeys, then these are the things that come into fruition, the maturation of living in your ideas and living in your creations.
Right. And you guys have that. Mr. Fab himself. Mr. Fab Baby himself.
Yes, Lord.
I got the north, got the east, got the west with me. So I suggest you niggas don't mess with me. Nigga, be cool, cause you don't wanna squabble. Cause we can do the fool, but you don't want a problem. Put that on something, I put that on fathers. Put that on something, I put that on mamas. Put that on something, I put that on Grand Cetas. You run up on me and get your man beat up. Bush ride, gas gill, 6 deuce, golden field. Nigga, it's trill. Po boy, I tell you how I feel. High off purple, we dissing off